Lee, you're a cheeky so-and-so. Wednesday, 21st July, you've just seen me drop off the VFR1200. I thought I was going home on a moped for a couple of days until my new bike's arrived, but Lee, look what you've got for me. Having come from the VFR800, now this is a VFR1200, which I have ridden, absolutely fell in love with because it's kind of all bikes to all men. It's a sports road bike, we're saying. It defies many categories, it really revs, it handles, it performs, and I genuinely, you know, would say an average rider could keep up with a very good rider on something like the Blade behind you. With this, well, yeah, we will try that one day, we will, mate. In fact, yeah, we'll do it now. But this one is a DCT.
Yes.
Now, that is a dual clutch transmission.
That's it.
And what that practically means is it's Tiptronic and automatic. Now, look, what is that?
That's a handbrake.
What? A handbrake on a bike?
Yeah, it's because you can't put it into gear, so if you park on a hill, you can roll down it.
That
actually works a secondary caliper on the back here, on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's a caliper for normal brakes, and that's the handbrake.
That's the actual thing. Because of course, yeah, if you leave it on a hill, it would just roll down a hill. That would be so surreal.
Shaft drive, as you know.
Shaft drive, we talked about this. Obviously, 1200 V4 that I have ridden before and is very, very nice and throaty.
Well, the dual clutch technology means that it's always got 2 gears selected.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, all it does is throw onto another gear when it when you go to change gear automatically. There's no transmission slap. There's a very zero backlash from the rear shaft. You'll think it's basically a manual transmission. And
literally, as you say, is though, but you can put this in full sports automatic and just rev, and it will just go all the way through without any like.
You've got normal mode, you've got sports mode, and you've got manual.
Okay.
So you can change it all manually.
Okay, so to change the gears, because look, this is the weird thing. What I'm going to do on my left foot, there is no gear peg there.
And you'll ghost it as well.
I blatantly will. And look, that's going to freak me out, man.
Yeah.
No clutch.
Okay. So you turn it on, it goes through its motions. Alright, you put it into... There you go. That. Okay, it's in neutral. That's that button there. Green light denotes that. If you put it into drive, it's D there.
Good demonstration. I'll come around. Sorry, yeah, side's down, mod's down. I'll give you that one.
D, and you'll see a little D happens there.
Okay.
Okay, and obviously just twist and go. Then if you press it again to sports mode.
Okay.
And up here.
Yeah.
Automatic manual. You press that. It goes, and then you can change gear with these.
And there's literally Tiptronic little plus indicator gear there, and one there, and you say no clutch. So it is literally a case of crack on and see how it goes.
That's it, and then obviously you come to a stop, you just put it into neutral.
Yeah, into neutral.
And then D to drive, sports.
So it'll automatically refer to drivers in automatic and then manual.
Yeah, that's it. If you're in sports mode, you just flick it forwards like that, and you can see a D and the S moving. Okay, and then into neutral.
Sweet. So this is a big kind of deal for Honda, isn't it? I mean, this is something, you know, obviously it is the first, correct me if I'm wrong, I know we've had flat panels on Yamahas and the XJRs and stuff, but this is a proper full-on sports automatic.
Yeah, it's, as I said, if you either manual it or it changes for you, you cannot really change.
Yeah.
First and second, you'll feel that, as with most machines, obviously. You'll feel that straight away. You can feel it go through the neutral into second.
Yeah.
But third, fourth, fifth and sixth, you will not feel any, there's no dive. Nice plus point to that is if you've got a pin on the back, they're not banging on the back of the head, especially if you've got young kids.
Yeah.
When he's down the motorway, he wants to change gear. It's got more than enough power in 6th gear anyway, you don't really need to. If you want to overtake something at 70, straight 80, you don't need to change down the gear anyway, but if you were to, it would say, yeah, okay, we're in sports mode, I'll change down for you. Sports mode is really, really good.
I can't wait to try it. I love this machine, this is the thing.
To the RPM up until the red line,
if
you want it to. And sometimes it gets a bit annoying, you think, come on, just slick up another gear.
Yeah.
But it only if you need it. It doesn't need a slipper clutch because it's always got second gear.
Yeah, it's already got another gear kind of engaged, isn't it? Yeah.
So it acts like a slipper clutch anyway. So it does have a little bit of engine braking, but not a lot.
Okay.
So if you rely on engine braking to come to corners, it ain't going to do that.
Yeah, no, of course, and that's kind of I like with the Blade having a slipper clutch, and I love slipper clutches. Obviously, most race bikes have them, and it just makes it easier for me to kind of keep it stable and stuff. But I reckon I need to go ride this because this is something completely different. It is. I mean, it just feels weird having spent all my life, you know, learning how to ride bikes with gears and stuff, going back to something that doesn't have it.
It is very strange.
I think I'm going to start off with it in sports mode and automatic, and then I'll switch to it and see if I can do a bit of like manual kind of changes with it, and see how it goes.
If you want to keep it to a good fuel economy, put it on D for drive.
Okay, cool. That's brilliant. Right, well, I'm going to crack out on this. I'm going to say I'm actually going to have this kind of overnight. It's not a case of reviewing the bike so much. I've kind of done that, and I absolutely love it. It's more a case of looking at the new kind of DCT system. I'll let you know what I think of it. Thank you very much, Lee, as always. Right, so here we go. Automatic. Let's try this. I forgot that there's no clutch. That's the weirdest thing. I'll see you tomorrow. DTC, here we go. Oh, that's strange. That's really strange, just not grabbing your clutch straight away. Ooh, that feels weird. That feels very odd. No brake, no clutch, what's that about? Forgotten how amazing this machine is. You know, when it first came out, everyone, journalist world was really having a go at it. Couldn't find the niche for it, didn't know what it is. And me and Kelly were talking, and I came up with the category of sports road bike or road sports bike. God, it's an incredible machine. The power on that. I had the wheel up, front wheel up, pretty much all the time, and that's an automatic. But that's not what this is about. I've reviewed this bike. I loved it. It's great. I hope we give it back already. But let's talk about this DCT system. Let's see how it affected my riding. Well, first up, apart from literally pulling away, you'll see when you put it into kind of sports, and it was strange, kind of like just obviously touching the throttle, normally using the clutch in and going. Did feel weird not having a clutch gear lever, but my God, it's very easy. Is it something that I probably use? Well, do you know what? Just riding back on the motorway then, it made a hell lot of sense. And in sports mode, what I really like is if you do twist the wrist quite hard, like in a car, you get the kick down, flicks down into fourth, gave it a lot more revs, and that's like, you know, a nice little thing. You've also got to look at this bike in as much that it's something that it's probably not going to be aimed at someone that wants to go out racing and take it on track days. Obviously this is aimed at maybe people learning how to ride, and I think it's more kind of a development that over the years you'll see coming in on different bikes and things like that, because it takes out the need of obviously having to use a clutch and gear pedal. I did ride back on the motorway for a bit and on the towns with the Tiptronic gearbox, and that actually, once you get your head around it, wasn't that hard, although I did kind of like flick the indicators a couple of times while changing gear. As you can see, it's down there and there, but you know, it literally took a matter of 30 seconds to a minute to get used to it, and then it kind of seemed almost second nature. This, I think, could be a really, really interesting advance. The big thing for me about the gears is, okay, you feel it change from first to second, it's a bit of a clunk, but apart from that, there's nothing, and that's only when you're going slowly. It's literally constant acceleration, so and there's never like a it's just all the way through, which is an awesome feeling of power. It's kind of like when you have like a proper slipper clutch and you don't have to flick it in, you can just flick through the gears as you're going up. Yeah, I'm going to obviously take it back to Brindley tomorrow, so I'll have another ride on it then and let you know what I feel and talk to Lee about it. But as far as that goes, I actually thought that was going to be really awkward and cumbersome and take away a lot of the fun of the riding, but it really allowed me to focus on it. And I mean, apart from the fact it's an incredible machine, as an actual clutch system, as I said, it's not something I'd probably want on my bike. I like the feel of that, but if I was going to be going on I suppose you go on the motorway, you just whack it in top gear anyway, don't you, so a lot of the time. But I mean, you know, it does make it so easy around town. You're not having to worry about flicking through the gears, working the clutch, and it's made a good impression on me. To be honest with you, I just love being back on that bike because it's bloody phenomenal. But yeah, I'll take it back to Honda tomorrow, pick up some more. See you in a bit.